Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I say, welcome, welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Dante Payne, your host, as we got a jam-packed show for you today here on Dragon Sports Live. And those who are new to Dragon Sports Live, it's not your typical podcast. It's your podcast for sports and music. So what better way to get into Dragon Sports Live than setting the tone? But we got an exciting show for you. It's going down. Playoffs just started for the WNBA. And if y'all wonder what today is, it is the 14th. So those who are on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, it is the 14th and we live. But that's okay. If you missed it, don't feel bad because you can always catch it again on DragonJumppro on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. This is Dragon Sports Live, and I am Dante Payne, and it's about to go down. It's going down today. We got storylines that's happening in the WNBA, NBA, NCAA headlines to round out. NFL is kicking up. We got some games that happened today, some upsets, some butt whoopings. We got it all. We definitely got it all. So we gonna start it off right. Let's get it.
Man, my man Ray constantly thinking, what would my man take? Constantly drinking, what would that wine take? Constantly working, what would that grand take? Constantly waiting, what would that time take? Gotta stay patient, but got that time take. My vision is clear, that's God given. Got a little family, that's God given. My we send it, God cheering. Gotta go get it in Dodge. The point of the mission is getting God cheering. I can't find them really at the bottom. I'm still in the at the bottom. Straight up back on churches like that dirty. Man, my now I'm feeling bumpy. I'm a big old slimmy name. This ain't happen one again. Praying for my still spinning. What you get the picture if I'm painting the picture if I'm painting every piece of the thank you God, click them heels and I made it right home. Thank you God, pay them bills. Now I'm chilling at home. Pray to God for the bill that's a sit on that thumb. Man, my man race. I'm right back and forth in the face. Don't try, but ain't no duplicate. Constantly thinking, what will my man take? Only wears up, man, I'm elevating. So I got some cash, I'm celebrating. I'm spinning on that gas, know you elevate. Know you elevate. My weekend, cause I'll be asked for time. She think I'm cheating, like, it is what it is. Granted, I'm up a lit. One house on the hit. Started this probably there. A porch full of kids. Look at them bad kids and not a parent is right. Got that is living right. Cause it's all of us, no. Some strangers say no. Don't you answer the door. That's just one of y'all. Young boy, don't get it. Run out the money and run into it. Got me in the trip. If you don't shoot, gotta shoot at distance. When I close my feet, I was top the white sock. Why you talking? I don't know you talking money now. I know you hand out. I don't know you. Shorty 16 with a 19. Roll on your thing. Roll on the here, take your thing. Roll on the take your thing. Down like that day. So I just stay up not the way. Love money, man, I make cake. Love money, yeah, I make cake. Gotta write just to do something right. Gotta hold it down just to uplift fight. I know you feeling down. You woke up right. Can't let them take you down. So you took that fight. Gotta shut it down. That ain't made right. I make it home, amen. Good night. Man, my man race. I'm right back and forth, man. Pace. Gon' try, but ain't no duplicate. Constantly thinking, what would my man take? Only way is up and I'm elevating. So I gotta bust the gas, I'm accelerating. I'm spitting on that gas, know you elevate. Know you elevate.
Thunder's getting louder. It's drowning you some more. It's crawling up my shoulder while I'm waiting by the door. I remember the day you said you would always have my back. Now I'm leaning onto nothing and I'm falling on my head. I'm sitting on this bed, wondering when the fuck you will show up. I'm sitting on this bed, wondering when the fuck you will show up. I'm sitting on this bed, wondering when the fuck. I'm sitting on this bed, wondering when the fuck you will show up. Wondering when the fuck you will show up. Wondering when the fuck you will show up. She's the one that gives me hope while I walk barefoot on stones. She's the one that keeps my grace while I'm stumbling on my motherfucking face. If you can wait till forever, I swear that everything will fall in place and make it better, yeah. Since I don't have the time lately, can't you see I'm losing my mind crazy? I'm sitting on this bed, wondering when the fuck you will show up. I'm sitting on this bed, wondering when the fuck you will show up. I'm sitting on this bed, wondering when the fuck. I'm sitting on this bed, wondering when the fuck you will show up. You're not here, you're not there. I have searched everywhere as I try to survive. Wish you were on my side. Foggy glass, broken shield is the way that I feel. Think I'm losing my mind. Think I'm losing it twice. Sitting on this bed, wondering when the fuck you will show up. I'm sitting on this bed, when the fuck you will show up. I'm sitting on this bed, I'm sitting on this bed, wondering when the fuck you will show up.
I still wake up to the grind, and I still wake up to my son. Yeah, gotta get it, gotta shine. Most of my tests been alone. Yeah, gotta get it every day. Calculate how much I made. Yeah, numbers drama getting big. Family never gotta pray. Ay. Forgot the health and pay the bills. When I make a fucking meal, ay. Mama moving out the jigs. Mama start to getting dressed. Ay. Take away all the stress. People tell me that I'm blessed. Ay. See the back of in the jet. Ay. Hope family gotta flex. Ay. Call them up. Spend some bucks, send them all up to the mall, ayy. Hit the jeweler, round them up. Security go for the doorway, line it up. Step back, bowling, I lay down in the hallway. Soon as I get to the bank, used to be dripping with ink. Don't play when it comes to the money I'm getting, my nigga, we never gon' link, yeah. If you was saying bad thing, you support me, now my nigga, that shit big, yeah. I ain't got time to be throwing away, keep on trying your hardest to link, yeah. If it ain't about a dollar, my nigga, my son gotta eat what you think, yeah. Fuck all the lanes, yeah. When to say, yeah. I never change, yeah. We still the same, yeah. Flip with change, yeah. Two different lanes, yeah. They on my nigga. I'm on the stage. I'm a sponsor that I make it. Selling records, getting placements. Used to work night to the day shift. Just for the money to get spent. I don't believe in the saving, no. With money, I got bad behavior. I got these spending money habits. Money flexing, yeah, I'm getting guts. I'm living life through the scars, yeah. I'm living life with the stars, yeah. Wanna feature, I'm a charge, yeah. If you ain't in it for the cost, yeah. Never doubt it, wanna vouch, yeah. Switch to the boss, yeah. Ain't nothing I got it. Shut my troubles up in body off. Fuck with the lanes, yeah. We ain't the same, yeah. I never change, yeah. We still the same, yeah. We change, yeah. Two different lanes, yeah. They on my name, yeah. When I'm on the stage, yeah. Fuck with the lanes, yeah. We ain't the same, yeah. Can't never change, yeah. We still the same, yeah. We change, yeah. Two different lanes, yeah. They on my name, yeah. When I'm on the stage, yeah. Rocks are the name, yeah. Ooh, big on the bank, yeah. Ooh, pop a champagne, yeah. Ooh, roll up my dank. I've been serving these bangers like hustlers moving blow. In the winter, I be grinding, so in the summer I can glow. I be moving no security, that's what my family for. I ain't worried about no drama, I'm the drama getting dope. Have you seen her? That Oscar not a Mina. Killing that shit was like work, girl. That's a misdemeanor. Girl, I don't care if you was a prostitute or if you hit every man that you ever knew, girl. Won't talk my past, I got numbers too. You my inspiration, none after you. Yeah, she rep the gang, yeah. She my Topanga. Beef is no stranger. No love danger. Fuck all the lames, yeah. We ain't the same, yeah. Your phone never rang, yeah. My hotline go bling, yeah. Damn. Go to lanes, yeah. We ain't the same, yeah. They never change, yeah. We still the same, yeah. We change, yeah. Two different lanes, yeah. They on my name, yeah. When I'm on the stage, yeah. I go to lanes, yeah. We ain't the same, yeah. They never change, yeah. We still the same, yeah. Change, yeah. Two different lanes, yeah. They on my name, yeah. When I'm on the stage, yeah.
Welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. We gonna continue moving on because we got a very interesting thing going on right now at the moment. It's very interesting. So tune in, rock with us. But as we get closer to the playoff races are heating up. Injuries are reshaping teams, and milestones are being written. That is the beauty of September's baseball. So, kicking things off with that, the Dodgers, they get the win over the Rockies 3-1. Now, it wasn't a pretty win, but it's still a win. Dodgers are starting to get more confident as, like I said, that playoff push is pushing on. Guardians no hitter drought continues, and that drought has been going on since 1981. Now, pitcher Slade Sissoni almost breaks it, but he had a hit that got away from him, and he allowed a hit in the eighth inning, which ended that no hitter. But the Guardians, like I said, the Cleveland Guardians haven't had a no hitter since 1981. So let's keep that in mind. 1981, they haven't had a no hitter. It is now 2025. So I wasn't even born yet. I was born in 89. It's kind of crazy. Drought continues. Cubs gets a new ambassador, as well as Anthony Rizzo retires after 14 seasons. He returns to the Cubs as ambassador, so you will see him around a lot more often. Paul Schemes of the Pittsburgh Pirates tops 200 strikeouts despite Pirates losing, but he's still in that thing and has been making highlights since his rookie season. Big ups to Paul Schemes on that. The Astros right hand pitcher Luis Garcia will be on the IL with a elbow injury. and Aaron Judge hits his 362nd home run, passes Joe Domingo for fourth on the Yankees all-time list. That is a big honor to be up there. You're fourth on the all-time home run list. Keep up the good work, Judge. And you're so young. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. That's all I can say. Uh Bessie, big ups to that. Phillies pitcher Jose Alvarez is out for the season with a forearm strain. So the rest of the season, well, basically the month of September, he's going to be resting with this forearm strain. Hopefully, he's ready for playoffs if the Phillies should make the playoffs. But I'll let y'all know in a second where they stand when I tell y'all the rundown of the standings. Giants Matt Chapman suspension will be reduced to fine. So he was gonna be suspended, but now he just gonna get fined, which is always a good thing to have my suspension reduced to just fines. And that's what, I'd rather have that than a suspension. Tigers Javier Baez was hit in the face and head by a foul pitch. So we'll check in on that. He might be in concussion, may not, but he was hit off a line by foul ball, hit him right in the face. So he had exited that last game. But other news though, Tigers activate Jose Uringi from IL, and Cardinals activate All-Star second baseman Brendan Donovan after a 25-game absence. So it's good to have you starting to get some players back. As like I said, you starting to get healthy again, but then you losing some. And Calvin Ray is continuing to make history. Like he's definitely continuing to make history on a whole nother level for the Mariners. He sets a record with his 54th home run. Kai tied Mickey Mantle's season record for most home runs by a switch hitter with his 54th, and the Mariners extend their winning streak to 9 by routing the Los Angeles Angels 11-2 on Sunday to take sole possession of the American League West for the first time since June. See, y'all hear that playoff race? First time since June they was able to take the American League West. Now batting left-handed Ray hit a first pitch homer to left center field off Cal Hendricks for a 2 lead in that first inning. Mantle hit his 54 home runs for the 1961 New York Yankees. And Ray's homer was his second record-setting 43rd this season as a catcher. One more than Atlanta's Javi Lopez in 2003. This is his 5th major league season, and Ray had a previous high of 34 homers last year. He is too shy of tying the Mariners single season record held by Ken Griffey Jr. in 1997 and 1998. And George Kirby got in that thing. He matched his career high with 14 strikeouts as, like I said, Mariners complete a 4-game sweep of the Yankees and won for the 20th time in their last 23 home games. They on a tear. So Rob, Kyle on a tear. Everybody on a tear. Pete Alonso hits a walk-off homer to end the Mets losing streak, which they have been on the losing streak. Alonso's homer came off of Luis Corvello, and they was on that stopped their 8-game losing streak with that 5-2 victory over the Texas Rangers on Sunday. New York reopened a 1.5-game lead over San Francisco for the National League wild card spot. For that last National League wild card spot, Now it becomes down to a game and a half. So, as I said before, it's gonna come down to the wire. It may come down to the very last game, but it's coming down. Let's check it out. Yes. It's good. It's good. It's great. Um the Adalos Garcia returns for the Rangers in that Mets game too. I might mention. So it was good there, but he was batting clean up. But he did return in that game as well. To mention that, but Jose Cortana suffers a calf injury in a Brewers 3-2 loss, which that's not a good, calf injuries and all that stuff. Yeah, that's not that's not a good sign. But that came in the fourth inning of Sun in that 3-2 loss to the St. Louis Cardinals. The 36-year-old left-handed had a left in a boot and was undergoing an MRI. So we'll let y'all know what it is. That's alarming with how injured we already are in the bullpen, according to Murphy, which he said was unfortunate. But Quintana ended the fourth by retiring Jose Furman on the ground, right side infield. Calf strains ain't no joke, but especially if you're a pitcher, calf strains ain't no joke, especially if you lean with that leg, if it's the leg you lead with. But Quintana has gone 11-7, 396 run average in 24 starts this year. He was 10-10 with a 3.75 ERA from the New York Mets last season. So he's still good. Like I said, that ERA, for those who don't know, is the earned runs allowed. You want that number to be as low as possible. You don't want it to be high, like 9, 10. You don't want it to be up that high. Not at all. So try to keep that number down to just the minimum. Who those who on that? Astros Jose Altuve was out with continued soreness in his foot. He was out in Sunday's loss to the Braves, which was 8-3. Braves got in that booty and destroyed the Astros, but hopefully his foot gets better. Continue to get better. That's all you got to do. One day at a time, one step, baby steps, day by day. And the Atlanta Braves placed Jake Farley on the injury list with a oblique injury. He will be on the 10-day IL with a strained right oblique muscle, and this move will be made retroactive to Thursday. So he gonna be there, but the Braves added infielder Luke Williams to the major league roster in a corresponding move. And let's see what goes from there. But like I said, playoffs is getting there. Currently looking at the standings right now, far as like I said, them races is getting close, and we did have a couple games that's still going on right now as we speak. The not Chicago White Sox. Well, Chicago White Sox, they lost to the Cleveland Guardians 3-2, and the Chicago Cubs beat Tampa Bay 4-3. Have y'all noticed, like, when the White Sox were winning, sometimes the Cubs are winning, and then White Sox are losing? Cubs is definitely winning, but these scores been very close, and I kind of like what to see. Like, I see the improvement from the White Sox, and Cubs basically they just trying to stay at the top. They trying to stay their feet. Like right now, looking at the standings, alone. Like I said, um, in that American League Central, the Minnesota Twins and the Chicago White Sox are all both have been eliminated. We already knew y'all wasn't making the playoffs, but White Sox have won more wins than they got losses last year, so that's a big improvement there. Twins was struggling, normally are in up there, so right now we got the Detroit Tigers sitting solely in first right now. They're 85 and 65, followed by the Cleveland Guardians 78 and 71. And then Kansas City, y'all, 75. So they just pushing 500. The Guardians is definitely on a 4-game win streak right now at the moment. In the American League East, you got the Toronto Blue Jays sitting at 87-62, but the New York Yankees is right there behind them. Both of these teams are on a win streak. The Blue Jays are on a 4-game win streak, as the Yankees are on a 3-game win streak. They're also the Boston Red Sox, who lost 3 straight, but they're close. Tampa Bay Rays basically can win out. Orioles might need 1 or 2 more games, and they'll be eliminated for um playoff contention. In the American League West, though, Mariners and Astros battling it, duking it out. But like I said before, the Mariners is on a 9-game win streak. They only lost 1 game in their last 10 games. And Astros is at 81-69. They trail 1 game behind the Mariners. Rangers 71-79. 79-71, and then Athletics is 70-80. Angels, they're kind of struggling this season, 69-81. So Phillies already clinched their playoff berth. They're 89-61. Then the Mets is 77-73. So National League East, Phillies, they had nothing to worry about, because the New York Mets are 12 games behind the Phillies and 19 games behind the Miami Marlins, are 19 games behind the Phillies. So it's like they ain't really got nothing to worry about, but you never know. September can be a world of surprises, so you never know. Atlanta Braves sitting at 66-83, but the Washington Nationals have been eliminated from playoff contention. The Milwaukee Brewers, who, like I said, lost today, they're at 91-59. And like I said, they already clinched their playoff berth. Chicago Cubs might be next. They 85-64. So they might be next with a few games left to go in all of September. The Colorado Rockies been eliminated. They're 41 and 109. They have 109 losses, 41 wins. But the Dodgers on the 2-game win streak, so it's the Padres. The Dodgers at 84-65. Padres at 82-68. So y'all hear how, like, some of these races, some of these divisions, oh, it's gonna be a doozy. It's gonna say like that. It's gonna be a doozy down to the wire. The last game of the season is how it's gonna determine. It's gonna be that doozy. But definitely is. So let's keep a lookout on that as we proceed. Yes. Now we're gonna take a quick break here, and then we're gonna chop it up and talk NFL. What's going on with that? Who got their butts whooped? And more. And also some college games as well. College been going on. College football is back, as well as regular football. So we got you. But let's take a quick break.
Every step of the way. Lord, I need you. Every step of the way. Jesus, you are my North Star, guiding me around, driving my heart. When it gets dark, you shut down your light so I can keep on moving. I can feel your spirit by my side. Every step, Lord, I praise your holy name. Every step, remind me I'm okay. Every step, Lord, you're right here. Every step of the way. Lord, sometimes doubt gets the best of me. Like I forget that you're there. But oh, I'm reminded of your power. When we're talking in my prayers, Lord, I just need a little bit of faith. Yeah. And I can move mountains. Lord, you're reaching me, teaching me. Sometimes I feel like I'm lost, but I know you're keeping me. Yeah. Free step, Lord. I can see it. Free step. Feel good to know you're right. Every step, every step, every step of the way. Yeah. Jesus, you are my North Star, guiding me around, driving my heart. Every step, right here, step, every step, releasing me, lifting me. Every step, never too far. You never leave or forsake me, Lord. Every step, every step of the way.
You creeping wet, lying on me, we lying on me, creeping on me, we creeping on me, you're lying on me. I know, 2 a.m. and I got my eyes on you. Why can't I hide from you? I need my mind off you. I'm trying to stand off you. Obsessed, I need control. Still wanna take you home. I don't know what I want. Lying on me, lying on me, living on me, living on me, lying on me. Lost you once, can't lose you twice. You buried me deep with the sword of my pride. I made this fight once I lost my mind. I saw the light once you left my side. My consequences was my demise. Felt the love and never understood why. I bet I bed but never laid my head. I knew my wrong and you disappeared. When I got my eyes on you, why can't I hide from you? Be my mind off you. I need, I need to slide off you. I'm trying to ride off you. I'm trying to ride off you. I'm trying to, I'm trying to slide off you. I'm trying to ride off you. Gotta leave the space, gotta get in space,
Thinking about when, thinking about all the times that I spent. I just wanna be a kid again. I just wanna be a kid again. Thinking about what, thinking about where, thinking about all the times that you said that I wanna be a kid again. Look at me, I am a kid again. Puzzle pieces in my fifth grade shoebox. All the answers I've misplaced are still lost. All the places I've been in my mind, yeah. Chuck E. Cheese brought more than the prize, but the feeling of the happiness, sorry I forgot it. So busy, caught up on the water in your pocket. I think a little abstract. My treasure chest still lasts. I'm attached to the past. Tied up by the Pokemon cards and the feeling of opening the pack that unleashed the Charizard. First edition, perfect vision. Back then, now I'm worried about living. Jobs and stress and too much to get, so I lay it on the rest and forget it in my head. Acting like a kid again, carefree, the old Chris. Wait and see, yeah, thinking about when, thinking about all the times that I spent. I just wanna be a kid again. I just wanna be a kid again. Thinking about what, thinking about where, thinking about all the times that you said that I wouldn't be a kid again. Look at me, I am a kid again. Going back to the parks and complain song. Sitting back, I ain't worried about a damn song. Put my feet up on the couch like a boss too. I ain't knowing any better. I remember hearing that punk for the first time when I ain't need weed to get high. Now I sit, but in my grip, I'm still looking for the times that I ain't really needed. Yo, that preschool picture's still classic. I remember the times that I thought that was it. Now I'm here. Holy shit, I'm here, right? Looking all around like, damn, what the coins out, right? Thinking about when, thinking about all the times that I spent. I just wanna be a kid again. I just wanna be a kid again. Thinking about what, thinking about where, thinking about all the times that you said that I wouldn't be a kid again. Look at me, I am a kid again. All this time I've been spending a life when I was a kid inside, and now this world has got a hold of me. This is not how it's supposed to be. Thinking about what, thinking about where, thinking about all the times that you said that I wouldn't be a kid again.
Look at me, I ain't a kid again. Thinking about what? Thinking about when? Thinking about all the times that you said that I wouldn't be a kid again. Look at me, I ain't a kid again. It's a child, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a child, but you gotta keep your head up. Please don't you mess up, but even if you mess up, problems only come if you go and really leave at the point like I finally got cut up. Got my tattoo like I didn't learn a thing. It's a child, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a child, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a child, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a child, but you gotta keep your head up. Please don't you mess up, but even if you mess up, problems only come if you go and really leave at the pain like I finally got cut up. Got my tattoo like I didn't know nothing. It's a child, but you gotta keep your head up. Trial, but you gotta keep your head up. Stuck in the lesson, down bad, looking for the blessing. Stuck in a cycle, feeling psycho. Come as a teacher, class in session, and I'm feeling idle. Put me in the front so I can raise up my title. No distractions. Used to sing on that dick like American Idol. Simon said I better not bother. Murray, help me, he trying to trap me, telling me not the father. Mirror, mirror, I'm feeling bothered. Pray about it, slay about it, saying about it, say no doubt it was crazy. He tried to tell him that hurt, he not sorry about it. Now I'm looking at me, how it girl, what the fuck is away? Gotta take it easy. It's a child, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a child, but you gotta keep your head up. Please don't you mess up, but even if you mess up, problems only come if you go and really leave at the point like I finally got cut up. Got my tattoo like I didn't learn nothing. It's a child, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a child, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a child, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a child, but you gotta keep your head up. Please don't you mess up, but even if you mess up, problems only come if you go and really leave at the pain like I finally got cut up. I'm tattoo like I didn't thing. It's a drought, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a drought, but you gotta keep your head up. I woke up from being down bad. Realization, my fault, I didn't wanna listen. It's a feeling, I even said it. Now I'm sitting right here, fucking reminisce of why I didn't go in my first thought. Buying up those eyes because they only make you pay attention. Bitter like a lemon, that's me like heaven. Help me because of the tension. Few things were said that made me think back. Ooh, it was true. Take it back, it's too late. Go and keep your head cool. I think it's all around. Gotta take it easy. It's a drought, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a drought, but you gotta keep your head up. Please don't you mess up, but even if you mess up, problems only come if you go and really leave at the point like I finally got cut up. Got my tattoo like I didn't learn a thing. It's a drought, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a drought, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a drought, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a drought, but you gotta keep your head up. Please don't you mess up, but even if you mess up, problems only come if you go and really leave at the pain like I finally got cut up. Tattoo like I didn't know things. Drought, but you gotta keep your head up. It's a drought, but you gotta keep your head up, please. It's like when you try to keep yourself afloat, it always finds a way to back and forth.
And welcome back to Dragon Sports Live. It's about to go down. I don't know if y'all was watching football or, y'all know football is back, but let's talk about the first two games for the Bears and Ravens. So the Bears' the first game, they lost by one score. Looked pretty good, running the offense pretty smooth, but I seen too many mistakes in that first game for the Bears. One was Wright, number 58, Darnell Wright. False start, false start, false start. He had